Yes, I'd like to report a missing person, please. Their name is my wig. I think they've been snatched. This video's been a long time coming. You all responded so positively to my last video about Aespa, even before we knew they were called Aespa, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support on that video. So what exactly is Aespa all about? Are we standing robot idols? And what the heck is a Kwangya? Hopefully by the end of this video you'll have some of those answers, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I want to preface this video by saying that SM tends to debut their idols with pretty bold or obvious concepts, but they do gradually fade over time. Think about EXO's superpowers or Red Velvet's individual hair colors. That being said, some of those things do reappear from time to time, like a couple of EXO symbols reappearing in Kai's solo debut recently, and Red Velvet's colors did get represented even in 2017's Red Flavor, if not also since then. So that brings us to the whole avatar thing. If you haven't already heard, SM has explained that Aespa is a combination of a few different things. First, AE, or as it's pronounced I, stands for avatar times experience, and when you combine AE with the word aspect, it makes Aespa. At first, I didn't take the whole avatar thing too seriously, but the more that I uncover about Aespa, the more central it seems to their entire concept. I'm just not 100% sure how long that's gonna stick around for, but the way SM has been setting them up, it seems like they're the foundation for an even bigger plan coming up ahead. I will say I was kind of hoping to see the avatars and the real members perform together by now, but at least they made some cameos. And the good news is that in the next section, I'm gonna tell you more of that is likely to come. Okay, so here's where things actually get juicy. At the end of October, Isuman, or SM himself, explained Aespa's concept at the 2020 World Cultural Industry Forum. He also discussed something quite intriguing called the SMCU, or SM Culture Universe. He explains here that there are Aespa members who exist in the real world and avatar members who exist in the virtual world. Okay, we kind of knew that already, but he unveiled a lot of interesting things that could come into play. Their story is about how they interact in the digital world, which is the space between reality and virtuality. The avatar members also act independently from the real members as they have their own artificial intelligence, or basically their own brains. The two sets of members all do things in their own worlds, but they can communicate and help each other out. SM says they'll also eventually be able to come and go to each other's worlds, and even interact with each other by hosting live sessions on social media. He continued by saying that the real members will hold offline promotions like usual, but the avatar members will be active in the virtual world through various contents and promotions as well. Sometimes they'll even collaborate with the real members. He adds that SM did not create these avatars, but they were actually born in a yet unknown world. I personally think he's just kind of saying this to add a bit of drama, but to me this hints that there's some even broader and bigger world lying behind the SM culture universe. And that world happens to be where Aespa's avatars are from, so maybe that means you'll see avatars for all your other favorite SM groups. In his presentation, SM literally says that Aespa is the beginning of future entertainment, so I think I might have to do a follow-up video on what SM might have planned for this even bigger SM culture universe. Please let me know if you'd like to see a video on that in the comments down below. So before I go ahead and wrap up this video, I felt that it was important for me to explain a lot of the new terms that Aespa has been using in social media posts and most notably in their debut song. And I personally believe they hint at what's to come in Aespa's future. First up, the Kwangya is referred to as a wave by Aespa, and in real-world Korean it actually means wilderness or wide field. In Aespa's universe, this is likely referring to the world in which the Avatar members live. It's referred to in their debut song Black Mamba quite a few times, and also in NCT's recent song 90s Love. Interesting. Speaking of Black Mamba, it's believed that this term refers to a being or a group that is dangerous in the Avatar world. In real life, Black Mambas are actually snakes, and you can very clearly see that represented in Aespa's music video. I believe they're kinda like a virus that is infiltrating the virtual world, and the real members of Aespa are trying to save their virtual counterparts. Some fans believe that Black Mamba represents anti-fans who feed off of negativity similar to the being that appears at the end of their music video. Next, the term flat seems to refer to the space in which the avatars and real members meet, which is also referred to in their debut song and when Karina meets her avatar. The term recall supposedly refers to the time that the real members and avatars can spend together. When Karina and ae-karina are together in their first video, they say they don't want this recall time to end. The term Navis likely refers to beings or a system that guide the avatars to their real-life counterparts. ae-karina says Navis helped her find Karina, and she actually shows someone here that we haven't seen yet, and I wonder if they'll play a part later. Anyway, I find this really interesting because Navis could either refer to the word navigation or the Korean word for butterfly, which is navi. And we all know there are tons of butterflies in the Black Mamba music video. Speaking of which, the butterfly is actually Ningning's representative symbol. And just FYI, Winter's symbol is the star, Karina's is a heart, and Giselle's symbol is the moon. And you can actually see these on a lot of their clothing and accessories. Finally, I think this one is the most exciting. The word sync, which is mentioned in Black Mamba and many teaser videos, refers to the connection between the avatars and their real members, likely through an app. This last part is what's most intriguing to me because it makes me believe that SM might put out an app for us to partake in their universe as well. Karina specifically mentions receiving a sync message from her avatar, and many of the teaser videos show the members texting with their avatars. In case you didn't know, artificial intelligence messaging is already something readily available, even in the K-pop world through apps like Midol. So it actually wouldn't be that difficult for SM to achieve this, but it could be a little creepy if it's not done properly. This teaser video also shows Karina live streaming with her avatar, and SM directly said this would be possible. I think that this would be a little bit tricky to do through an app they don't own like Instagram, so creating their own sync app would probably make it more feasible to live stream. Though I will say I searched up ae-karina's username in Instagram to see if anything would show up, and it said this user does not exist. So there's a small chance SM created one and it's just not activated yet. Kinda makes me wonder whether we'll see the avatars running their own social media pages. Whew, okay, I know that was a lot, but I hope you feel like you're more well versed in the Aespa universe now. And I hope you're ready to stand because, like I said, this is just the beginning. This video though is coming to an end. Like I said, there is a ton to be excited for, and I'm here for like 98% of it. I just really hope that whatever SM chooses to do with this, they make sure that their idols feel safe and protect their privacy as much as possible. I know I'll be supporting Aespa and keeping tabs on whatever they do next, and I'm actually excited. Are you? Let me know what you think about Aespa and their universe in the comments down below. I really hope you enjoyed that video and that you consider subscribing because more Aespa content will be coming. And like I said, I'm gonna dig deeper into that SM culture universe as well. Don't forget to hit me up at Awkward Luke on Twitter and Instagram, and I just started doing weekly Twitch streams every Saturday, so you can join the party there as well. That's twitch.tv/awkwardluke. Thanks so much for watching, stay awkward, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!